for a 6:15 game on a Tuesday night. It's a quarterfinal matchup as the Windsor Sioux Straws Hatchets under Shane Smith. They will send out Connor Manhart, the 5'10 senior, wears number 10. He is averaging just under 14 points a ball game. He'll be joined out on the perimeter by Jackson Gergel. Gergel, a 6'1 junior, number 15. He's taken over the point guard responsibilities a lot, but he's still a scorer, averaging 16.4 points a ball game. Aiden Sayers, a 6'1 sophomore at a forward. He wears number 12. He's in at over 5 points a ball game. And Nathaniel Gracie, kind of the power forward on this ball club. Gracie, number 22, a 6'3 senior, averaging 8.5 points a ball game. And rounding out the lineup is Brody Hendrickson, a 6'2 senior, wearing number 50. Hendrickson averaging just over 3 points a ball game for Shane Smith Hatchets, who are 10-12 on the season and 2-4 in the NTC. Altamont 12-4 on the campaign, 3-0 in conference play under head coach John Niebrugge, who earlier this season became the all-time winningest coach in Altamont basketball history. He will send out this lineup. 6' senior, number 14, Eli Miller, averaging just about 10 points a ball game, will be joined out there by number 22, Cade Melville. Melville, a 6' sophomore, has worked his way into the starting lineup. Melville averaging just over 6.5 points a ball game, and those numbers have been on the rise. Also, at a forward spot is Dylan Elam. He's kind of their do-it-all. He is number 21. He's a 6'4 senior, averaging just about 13 points a ball game. He'll be joined out there by Aiden McManaway. McManaway, a 6'2 senior, number 24, a tremendous perimeter defender, and also handles the ball, can do a little bit of everything as well. He's in at about 6 points a ball game. And the big man in the middle, one of the most athletic post players you're going to find, is Caden Miller. Miller, a 6'5 senior, number 42. He's also averaging just about 13 points a ball game for the Altamont Indians. So it's Altamont and it's Windsor Sioux Straws in our second game this year of the National Trail Conference Tournament.
And I don't know exactly how many rebounds a game Caden Miller gets, but I'm going to guess that it's a pretty solid number. Anytime I have seen him, he's just a force in the paint. If he can get a hand on it, he's probably going to pull it down.
I know he went through a stretch of 5 or 6 games where he was averaging a double-double for the Indians ball club. And, yeah, he has that kind of ability, and he is just focused on doing the work inside.
Well, you just look at him physically compared to all the players on the floor. There's not a lot of games where he's not going to be just kind of look like a man amongst boys out there.
We're getting set for the tip as Kevin Diss will be your lead official. Jackson Gergel and Caden Miller will jump it up. It's won by Altamont. We're underway as the Hatchets drop back into a zone defensively. They really extended out on the perimeter, though, in this 2-3. Altamont looks it over. They swing it around the perimeter. Elam gets it in the corner to Melville. Melville back out on the left wing to Elam. Skip pass to the right side, McManaway. McManaway directs some traffic. He's got Eli Miller playing the high post at the free throw line. Caden Miller running the baseline. They get it to him there. One dribble and back out to Elam in the corner. Elam to McManaway. Patient trip as the Hatchets have forced that on the defensive end. Altamont gets it into Eli Miller on the wing to Elam. Shot for 3, no good. Offensive rebound, Melville. He kicks it into the corner to Eli Miller, and Eli Miller buries the 3, and Altamont's up 3-0. Altamont picks up in the man-to-man. Aiden McManaway knocks the pass away intended for Jackson Gergel as McManaway was right out there on the perimeter with Gergel, the leading scorer for the Hatchets.
Good home crowd here. The Altamont student section in full force over there. That's right behind where Windsor Sioux inbounds the ball on the sideline.
Gracie inbounded it, came to get it back, now flips it to Gergel way out on the perimeter. McManaway right there with him. They go on the side to Manhart. Manhart showed us his range playing against St. Anthony Friday night. He can shoot from about anywhere. Gets it to Gracie left side. Gracie now works on Eli Miller on a switch. He muscles in for a shot. No good, but Eli Miller is called for the foul.
Well, and we also saw in that Friday night game that Gracie will attack the basket. He will try to get into the paint. He'll try to drive to the rim and get some of those tough points there. Doesn't get the bucket to go, but gets himself to the free throw line as it was indeed Miller picking up the first foul of this contest.
So Nathaniel Gracie, the 6'3 senior, puts the free throw up. It's good. So he has the first point of the game for the Hatchets with 6:51 to play in the first quarter. Gracie, strong young man in his own right, used that strength to earn this trip to the free throw line, and this free throw is up. Oh, it rattled out, no good. Elam grabs the rebound. Outlet to McManaway, and he trots it up court. Hatchett's back defensively, set in their zone. Altamont skips it to Elam, right side. Elam looks into the post. That's Eli Miller. Skips it to Melville in the left corner. He weaves his way through defenders and took an extra step before he got the pass away, and a turnover against Altamont.
First turnover of the game for either team.
So with 6:35 on the clock, Altamont picks up in full court man-to-man. Manhart just says, everybody clear out. I'll bring it up court. So Manhart takes it to the left side as he crosses the timeline. Now fires it to Gracie on the wing. Gracie picked up by Elam. Holds it high. Now gets it out top to Gergel. Gergel to the left wing. Now dribbles it back out. McManaway's right there with him. They go out top to Manhart. Patched up with Miller. Eli picks up Manhart. Manhart picks up the dribble. They get it on the baseline to Sayers. Sayers drives, stops, pops in between defenders. His shot is short. Rebound McManaway ahead to Elam. Elam on the left side sweeps in for the layup, and Dylan Elam with the step through makes it 5-1. Quickly up court, Gergel. Collision there with McManaway. Gergel gets away from him, goes to the left side, flips it out to Gracie. They swing it around to Hendrickson. He loads up a wing three. It's no good. Long rebound tapped and picked up out there by Gracie. Gracie sends it to Gergel, to Manhart. Deep three from the volleyball spike line. Shot no good. Rebound poked out of bounds. Last touch by the Hatchet.
So far, Windsor Stewardson 0 for 3 from the field early on. Hendrickson open on the wing, kind of leaning in a little bit, but it was a good chance for him to shoot. Doesn't look like a guy who shoots a lot of three-pointers, but pulled the trigger on that one.
Dylan Elam will bring it up court, the 6'4 senior. Works to the left side, gets it in the corner to Miller. He's open for three. Eli buries another one. He has 6 quick points, and Altamont's up 7, 8-1. 5:15 to play in the first quarter. Manhart crosses the timeline, looks over Altamont's man-to-man. From the center circle, he goes to the left wing. Now spins back out to the top of the key. Flips it over to Hendrickson. Hendrickson on the left wing. Leaves it in the corner to Sayers. Now to Gergel. Gergel saw his man fall down, but he can't take advantage as Altamont recovers defensively. Hatchet swing it in the corner to Sayers on the right side. Out top to Hendricks. Now they try to go to Gergel. Pass was tipped. Knocked into backcourt where Gergel goes to claim it. Fires it to Gracie. Gracie tried to hand it back to Gergel. McManaway is there to knock it loose, get the steal. Ahead to Elam. He lobbed it to Miller. That's Caden under the basket. He saves it back into Dylan Elam, and Elam was fouled from behind.
Gracie going to pick that one up, his first. Windsor Stewardson first off of the first Hatchet's turnover as well. They looked really disjointed offensively that possession, and Shane Smith thought so too. He's going to get the timeout.
30-second break. Altamont leads Windsor Stewardson 8-1 at the NCC tournament on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
Video and audio streaming of the 2024 National Trail Conference Tournament is proudly presented by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
Altamont up 8-1 with 4:35 to play in the first quarter, and they'll have it to inbounds from their baseline.
So far, they have been able to impose their will on this game for the most part, get an open look at the three right away.
Elam catches in the corner off the inbounds and buries another three. Altamont has an 11-1 lead as they have knocked down three-pointers in this contest. And now a cross-court pass, down court, picked off by Caden Miller. He drives up court, gets to the right side. Layup, though, no good. Rebound tapped around, and it's knocked out to Gracie. He'll bring it up the right side, goes to the left side of the lane. Nice little layup for Nathaniel Gracie. He has all three for the Hatchets, and it's 11-3 halfway through the first quarter. Altamont slows things down as McManaway calls out the play from the center circle, and now he flips it to Melville. Melville to Elam, right side. Skip to McManaway on the left side. He drives the baseline, shuffles it back in the right corner to Elam. Three is way too strong, but a weak side rebound to Melville. Kicks it out top to Caden Miller. He drives from the wing, gets underneath, steps through, scoops up a layup, and it's good.
And that's just strength right there, both on the rebound and then being able to lean in for that bucket and get it to go.
So it's 13-3 with 3:30 on the first quarter clock as the Hatchets look for some points. They get it back to Manhart. Wing three off the heel of the rim, no good. Long rebound to Aiden McManaway for Altamont. He brings it up the left side, crosses the timeline, finds Miller at the top of the key. Eli gets it back to Aiden McManaway. Wing three, no good. There's Melville, another offensive rebound. As he tries to put it back up, he's fouled, and Cade Miller will head to the free throw line to try to add to the Altamont 10-point advantage.
Melville with 3 offensive boards already. He's done some great job there. He's done some great work there on the offensive glass. Gets himself to the line for a chance to get in the scoring column.
So the free throw from Melville is on the way. It hits the front of the rim and bounces over. Cade has his first point as the sophomore connects, and we'll see a substitution here for the Hatchets.
Ryland Rinker takes the place of Aiden Sayers in the Hatchet lineup, while the foul went against Brody Hendrickson. That was his first second.
This free throw is nothing but net for Cade Melville. And now we'll see our first Altamont substitution as Melville checks out and Caden Davis comes in. The 5'10 senior will take the court. Altamont's been dealing with injuries and sickness quite a bit, and Davis is one of those, but the senior's here to give it a go. And John Nieberge said he finally has his entire roster available for the first time in a long time. Looks like we've got a little triangle and one defensively here for Altamont as Hendrickson finds himself open in the corner, puts up a shot, no good. Weak side rebound fought for, and a foul is whistled against Altamont.
It must have been a long two for Hendrickson from the corners. I didn't see the officials put their hands up, but he left it a little bit short. And then you had that battle for the rebound. The foul goes against Altamont, Dylan Elam, his first, team second.
So the inbounds, Ryland Rinker is looking to get it in. He'll make it number 15 into the ball game, and that's Jackson Gergel. Triggered the inbound, got it out to Rinker, now to Gracie, now to Gergel. He's on the left side, penetrates from the wing, leans in, double team, tried to shoot over it. Shot was affected, rebounds loose. Eli Miller has it on the baseline, and then he got fouled by Rinker.
Yeah, Gergel trying to make something happen there, but just never really had the open look.
I thought it was 1-3. It was 1-5 who they signaled, and now Rinker even says, no, that foul was on me. And now Gergel's going over to the bench and saying that foul was not me. So Coach Shane Smith is talking with his player, and now he's talking to the official. And they got the wrong player on the board, but we'll try to keep track of that because Gergel wasn't anywhere around. Defense for the Hatchets appears to be a man-to-man look this time. Eli Miller penetrates, left it on the side to Caden Miller. His shot underneath is no good as he left it short. Rebound grabbed out of there by Gergel. Ahead to Gracie in the left corner. He penetrates the lane, flips up a shot against Alec Yarhouse, who came in at the dead ball, and a foul is whistled against Altamont.
Well, Yarhouse wastes no time, gets in the game, gets in the scorebook with the foul there. Probably not the way he wanted to necessarily, but that's his first 3 team fouls for the Indians. Shane Smith still talking to the officials, trying to get that whole thing sorted out.
Meanwhile, Gracie at the free throw line has his first free throw up and in, so he has all 4 of the points thus far. Next for Gracie on the way. It's off the heel of the rim, no good. Rebound Eli Miller. He hands it to McManaway. They're out there with Yarhouse and Davis and Caden Miller. Eli Miller with it on the left wing. Gets a McManaway screen, takes it just back towards the center circle and leaves it with Aiden McManaway. He looks over the defense. It's that extended zone as Aiden McManaway works to the top of the key, leaves it with Miller at the high post. He gets into the paint, now to Yarhouse. Baseline to Caden Miller. Spins in the post, works for a shot, and I think we've got a travel whistled by the outside official.
A couple of turnovers for Altamont after that one. Miller just one too many steps to try to make that happen. Decent defense from Windsor Stews draws sort of stymie him there.
It's 15-4. Altamont leading here with 1:50 to play in the first quarter. Hatchets bring it up court with Manhart. He looks on the wing to Gracie. Gracie on the right side, gets the top of the key to Gergel. Gergel drives in on the right side. McManaway blocks the shot. It's out of bounds off of Altamont. Altamont continues to rotate players in and out. Dylan Elam returns. Eli Miller has a seat. Caden Miller has a seat. By the way, no relation between those Millers. And in for the first time tonight is Ben Radel. As the inbound goes to Gracie, top of the key Manhart. Now Elam trying to get to him, runs through a screen. And Elam picks up another foul.
Yeah, that's going to be Elam's second. So 14 fouls for Altamont. Dylan with a couple. He'll have a seat. Cade Melville back in the game for the Indians. For 1:35, the Hatchets will be in the bonus as they inbound on their baseline.
Gurgle, the trigger man from the baseline, tells his guys to get into motion. He flips it to Manhart, top of the key. Back to Gurgle on the right wing. He bounces it across. Nice look for Rinker. He bangs into a defender, put a shot up on the left side. Left is short. Ben Radel has the Altamont rebound. He's trying to work against Gracie. Finally coming back to help is Melville. Melville realizes he's got to hurry to get it across the timeline and does so. Leaves it back with McManaway at the center circle, who calls out the play. Threw it to Melville, who wasn't looking. It hits off of him. Altamont turns it over for the third time as Manhart picked it up. Leaves it with Gracie. He goes into the lane, puts up a shot. It's no good, and a blocking foul is whistled against Radel, who tried to get there to take a charge, but got there late.
Yeah, he was late getting there. And, it kind of looks like Gracie just ran him over, but he had to pass to the basket, and then Radel got in the way. So it's a good call, and that's Ben's first, and it does put Gracie at the free throw line for a couple as they're in the bonus.
So with 1:05 on the first quarter clock, it's 15-4, Altamont leading, and Gracie at the line. He's the only player to score for the Hatchets, and his free throws off the back iron, no good. Eli Miller in for Aiden McManaway. Caden Miller back in for Alec Yarhouse.
So far, Gracie's been to the free throw line 3 times, but first 2 times hit the front end, missed the back. This time he misses the front. So law of averages keep up. He's going to make this one here.
Takes a couple dribbles, puts this one up. It's off the front of the rim, no good. And Eli Miller, between 2 Hatchets, grabs a rebound for Altamont.
Altamont's rebounded well so far.
Fired a long pass up court. Manhart jumped in front. Radel jumped up to try to get it. It hits off of his hands and goes out of bounds for the 4th Indian turnover.
Windsor Stewardson has been able to do some good things here lately, but they haven't been able to turn any of it into points. They're still down 11 as we get under a minute to go in this quarter.
So Gurgle will work across the timeline, matched up now with Eli Miller with Aiden McManaway on the Indian bench. They get it top of the key, Manhart. He likes that spot, fires a 3. It's just long. Rebound again to Eli Miller. So he waits for traffic to clear and brings it up court to the right side, to the wing. Hands it off to Melville, who circles to the top of the key with a left-hand dribble. Got down the lane, now leaves it with Davis. Davis rises on a jumper at the free throw line. It's good. The 5'10 senior has his first 2 points. And Altamont's up 13 again with 24 seconds to play in the first quarter. Gurgle around the screen to Manhart. Back out top to Gurgle. 18 seconds on the clock as he backs up to the center circle. Goes over towards the right side. Still way out on the perimeter. Calls from a screen for Rinker. Goes to the top of the key. Now fires it over to Gracie. Had a little trouble with the catch. 6 seconds. Gets it on the wing. Back out to Gurgle. Gurgle on the left wing. Goes high post to Rinker. Rinker put up a 15-footer from the elbow of the free throw line. It was no good as the quarter came to a close. After 1, it's Altamont 17. Windsor Stewardson 4. You're listening to high school basketball in the NTC tournament on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Person-to-person money transfer. Easy, the way it should be. Learn more at crossroadsbank.com. Crossroads Bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
And fouls at your home. Get some help with side defense from Barlow Lock and Security and box out anyone trying to break in while you're out watching area basketball teams. Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Let us provide you with security systems, fire alarms, and access controls for your home and business. We've been serving the Effingham area for over 50 years. Get a free estimate at Barlow Lock and Security, 217-347-9663.
1 quarter in the books here in this second game of the night at Altamont. It is Altamont with a 17-4 lead over Windsor Stewardson at this NTC tournament. Altamont 6 of 11 in the first quarter from the field, 2 out of 2 at the free throw line, 3 for 6 on the threes. Windsor Stewardson 1 of 11 from the field, 2 out of 6 at the free throw line, 0 for 4 from its three-pointers, and they got out-rebounded by Altamont 12-5.
Hatchet's ball to start the second quarter as we're underway. They're working it around the perimeter. Connor Manhart has it at the top of the key. Goes to the right side to Gurgle, picked up by McManaway. They set him a screen. Gurgle shakes free for just a split second, puts up a long 2 from off the side of the top of the key, and the ball glanced off the rim and went out of bounds, and it'll be Altamont ball.
So far, tough to find room on those jump shots for Windsor Stew Straws. The only open looks they've had have been three-pointers, and even then, one of those Manhart had to take from a big step behind the arc.
7:30 on the clock as Altamont crosses the timeline. Davis gets it to Miller. Eli brings it across the top of the key to the right wing. Now he looks high post to Caden Miller. He rises on a 15-footer at the free throw line. No good. Brody Hendrickson grabs the Hatchet rebound. They get it to Gergel. Quickly up to Manhart. Wing three, no good. Cade Melville grabs the weak side rebound. Looks for up ahead for Davis. Davis in the left corner goes to the post. That's Caden Miller. Little hook shot in the lane, no good. Crashing in for the rebound and into each other as Gergel and Melville, and the ball is off of the Hatchet.
So far, Caden Miller has been showing a willingness to try to exploit his strength advantage in the paint. It hasn't necessarily resulted in a ton of points for him, but he's showing that effort and making some pretty good moves down there.
Dylan Elam comes back into the ball game with his 2 fouls. They work the inbounds to him. He hands it to Eli Miller for a corner three, no good. Sayers, the rebound for the Hatchet, runs it all the way up court. Nobody stops him. Sayers gets into the lane, flips a shot up and in.
Hey, the looks aren't coming in the half-court game. Try to beat him in transition, but beating him down the floor for Altamont was Aiden McManaway, and he got fouled in the act of shooting.
Kind of the same situation. Just nobody stopped McManaway as he went all the way towards the basket on the right side until finally Hendrickson came over and ultimately got called for the foul.
It's going to be 2 for Hendrickson, so not a lot of fouls to go around for the Hatchets, but 2 of them do belong to Brody for the first quarter.
Free throw on the way for Aiden McManaway is up and good. The senior has his first point, and he is the 6th player in the scoring column for Altamont, who now leads 18-6.
Hendrickson's 2 fouls take a seat. Colton Bridges, the senior, gets in there for the Hatchets for the first time.
And this is about as deep as the Hatchets really go. They like to stick to their 7, and Colton Bridges, the 7th into the ball game here. Meanwhile, McManaway's next free throw is up and good, so he hits them both. He has a pair, and it's 19-6, back to a 13-point edge, matching the largest for Altamont tonight. Altamont a little different look defensively. Gergel trapped as he did think of the pass over to Manhart, who crossed the timeline in time to beat the 10-second call. Now they look underneath. Wide open is Aiden Sayers, and he was too open as he missed the shot underneath. Altamont blew the defensive assignment, but they grabbed the rebound with Cade Melville, and John Niebrugge takes a 30-second timeout. We will as well with 6:24 to play in the second quarter. Altamont 19, Windsor Stew Straws 6 on Classic Hits, 97.9 XFM.
Person-to-person money transfer. Easy.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow.
Well, even though the Hatchets didn't convert on that shot inside, John Niebrugge didn't like that there was an open player under the basket.
Yeah, he goes in and uses his first time out of the night to talk it over, but it is Indian basketball, open 3 right away.
They beat the press nicely, get it up to a wide-open shooter in the corner. That's Aiden McManaway. He has 5, and it's 22-16.
Well, 3 different Altamont players have hit triples in this game as they're moving the ball well and getting those up and looks quickly.
Gracie's tried to get it underneath the Sayers or Gergel. Either one, he didn't read where they were going as they miscommunicate, and the pass just sails out of bounds.
First turnover of the period for either team.
Hatchet's trying to apply a little bit of pressure to try to rattle Altamont, who has the 22-6 lead. Everybody clears out now as they got the ball inbounded to McManaway, and he brings it up against Manhart. From the top of the key, lost the handle for a second, got it back, leaves it with Melville. Melville curls into the lane from the left side to the right side, put up a shot, and he's fouled.
Yeah, Bridges got him and did him a favor, quite frankly, because it wasn't going to be a very high percentage look for Melville anyway. But, no, they gave it to Manhart. I thought that it was going to be Bridges in the area, but apparently Manhart reached in from behind and got him instead. So that's the first one for Connor. Either way, a couple of free throws coming up.
The sophomore's first shot is off the front of the rim, no good. So Rylan Rinker will come into the ball game, replacing Colton Bridges for Coach Shane Smith. 5:46 to play in the second quarter, 22-6 to score. Remember, we got one more coming up tonight, South Central and Dietrich. Here's the next from Melville. It's up and good. So he goes 1 of 2 at the line this trip and has 3 in the ball game. Full court pressure. They lob it over the defense to Gergel. He catches on the run, but has a poke loose from behind by McManaway. Second Hatchett's turnover as Altamont picks it up. McManaway fires it ahead to Eli Miller, works in on the right baseline, cut off by Manhart, sends it back out top to McManaway, who flips it to Melville. Back to McManaway in the center circle. Ben Radel came in at the last dead ball. He returned to the Altamont lineup as he is playing the post for the Tribe. As now McManaway hits Melville on the backdoor cut, but the little runner on the baseline, no good. Hatchett's had rebounding position, and Radel went over the top and pushed to try to get to that ball.
Both of these teams have had some point-blank looks not go. That time, Altamont did everything right, got the great chance for Melville. He just couldn't convert there.
So Caden Miller back in for Altamont as Radel sits. Altamont with full court man-to-man. Gracie's looking to get it inbounds. Ball is knocked away by McManaway, but it goes out of bounds under the Altamont basket before he can get back to it. So it will stay with the Hatchets to inbound again.
Yeah, Radel sat down. He picked up his second foul on that rebound play there. So only the one team foul for Altamont. Now Shane Smith gets the timeout.
5:15 to play in the second quarter. Altamont leads 23-6. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams in the tournament.
Video and audio streaming of the 2024 National Trail Conference Tournament is proudly presented by Premier Broadcasting.
Some people just have a knack for being there when you need them the most. Like your third grade classmate who sticks up for you against that bully. The neighbor who gives you a jump start. And the friend who chases away that flock of geese at your outdoor wedding. Your State Farm agent has your back too, through good times and the not so good. And who's got your agent's back? State Farm, the company people have trusted for more than 90 years. We're here to help life go right.
Call me, Tom Henderson, at 342-2530.
Altamont in a 2-2-1 full court press as the Hatchets called the timeout to try to solve it. They inbound it. Manhart has it, works it across the timeline to Rinker. They get it in the middle to Gracie. He drives for a shot underneath, blocked by Caden Miller, picked up by Elam. Elam drives to the other end, down the middle of the lane, leans to the left side, and as he puts it up, he's fouled, and Dylan Elam will head to the charity stripe.
Well, this game being owned by Altamont in the paint so far, defensively and offensively. Ton of rebounds for the Indians. Lots of blocked and affected shots. They're just doing a great job there. First 2 free throws. This is no good for Elam, though.
It rattled out on the 6'4 senior who has missed some time with a knee injury, but seems to be moving pretty well out there now.
Hunter Manhart picked up a second foul right there, so he's going to take a seat. Blaze Verdine gets into the game for the first time, but they're going to try to protect Manhart, but that's a big scoring option for Shane Smith that's sitting on the bench right now.
This free throw for Elam is good, so he splits the pair. He has 6, makes it 24-6, as Altamont has 6 players in the scoring column. There's an inbounds pass, somehow lobbed to Gergel, and he caught it at the timeline. Gets it back to Gracie. Gracie tries to penetrate. Elam, there defensively, is going to be called for the bump.
Well, that's 3 for Elam. He just didn't move the feet enough there. Got ran over, but also got called for the blocking foul. So he's got 3. He'll sit down.
So Caden Davis comes back in for him. 5'10 senior reports in, replacing Elam. It's 4:52 to play in the second quarter. Hatchett's looking to inbounds from under the basket. Can't find anywhere to go. Gets it to Gracie. They swing it back out top. Sayers is out there with it. Aiden Sayers is still holding. Now one dribble. Tried to leave it with Gergel. McManaway apparently knocked it loose as he tried to sell that he didn't touch it. Now Gergel brings it up court. Contact between him and McManaway. McManaway hits the floor. Gergel squares up and buries the 3.
Yeah, I think Aiden's probably lucky he didn't get called for the foul right there. But Gergel takes advantage of the situation, finds himself suddenly open, and hits a much-needed triple.
Melville to the left wing has picked up his dribble. Tried to hit a backdoor cutter. Nothing there. And now Gergel steps in front of a pass. Gets the steal. Goes up the right side. Altamont back defensively. So Gergel looks to Gracie. Cuts down the lane. Runs into Caden Miller. Forces up a shot, no good. Cade Melville grabs the rebound, and Gracie, frustrated, commits a foul with Melville bringing it up court.
That's exactly right. That's and that's his second, but it also puts Altamont on the bonus here at the 4:06 mark in the second quarter. So every foul from here on out will result in free throws. And just after a tough miss for Gracie, he kind of compounds the issues with the foul there.
So Altamont Melville brings it across the timeline at the center circle, looks left side to McManaway. McManaway out top to Eli Miller, now to Melville, right wing, picked up by Gracie. Melville puts the dribble on the floor, gets to the free throw line to the left side, puts up a tough runner, no good. But Caden Melville's there on the weak side, grabs the rebound, powers up, and Caden Miller lays it up and in.
Somehow it's Caden Miller's first rebound of the game, but you know what? He'll take it.
Now Eli Miller strips Gracie of the ball, brings it up court, gets into the lane, shot off the glass, rattles out, no good. There's Miller with one rebound. This no good. Got his own rebound. Caden puts it up and in, and he is fouled, and he'll head to the line. So he's making up for lost times with the rebound.
Yeah, he's got three all of a sudden. 2 trips down the floor. He's got 3 rebounds. He's up to 6 points, and the chance for the old-fashioned three-point play is the foul went against Rylan Rinker, which should be his second, yes. They had that little confusion between whether he or Jackson Gergel had picked it up in the first quarter. Did get that one cleared up, so it did belong to Rinker in the first quarter, and now he just picked up number 2.
And it is the 5th team foul, by the way, on the Hatchets in this quarter as well. But this is a 3-point attempt for Miller. It's up and good. So Caden Miller has 7 now to lead all scorers. Makes it 29-9 as Altamont opened up the 20-point advantage. 3:15 to play in the second quarter as Verdine with it on the right side. Knocked loose by Davis. He dives on the floor, but Verdine recovers to get it back. Leaves it to Gergel, who got behind the defender. Defense collapsed on him. He leaves it with Sayers. Sayers, a left side shot, is contested by Melville. It's no good. And Melville grabs the rebound, pushes it up court to McManaway. Shuffles it underneath to Caden Miller, who sticks it up and in. Caden Miller with 9 makes it 31-9. Manhart runs it up court into the lane. Ball knocked loose, but Gergel's there to recover towards the timeline. Takes it over to the left wing, spins, goes into the lane, forces up a shot. It banks off the glass, no good, but a foul is whistled. McManaway and Caden Miller both there. We'll see who gets the foul.
Whoever it is, it'll be their first. Looks like it's going to be Caden Miller.
So with 2:42 to play in the second quarter, Jackson Gergel at the line. First one's up, and nothing but net. Gergel has his 4th point of the ball game, making it 31-10.
First trip to the free throw line for Jackson tonight. You see Gracie get back into this game, he will replace Blaze Verdine.
Altamont also sends Ben Radel into the ball game, replacing Cade Melville. Gergel finally gets to shoot the next free throw, and it's up and good. He has 5 now in the ball game. Makes it 31-11. Altamont with the ball and the lead as McManaway crosses the timeline in this quarterfinal matchup of the 88th annual NTC tournament. To get it on the side to Davis, out top to Radel. Radel bounces it to McManaway, knifes into the lane on the left side. Lost it on the way up, but it hits off the glass. Weak side rebound for Caden Miller, and Miller will put it up and in.
4 offensive rebounds in this second quarter, and he's turned all of them into buckets.
All you had to do was mention it. Now Connor Manhart out top, lost the handle. Davis dives at the timeline and bounces it off of Brody Hendrickson, who was also in the vicinity after Davis knocked it loose.
Great play. Great heads-up play by Caden Davis. Kind of thing that'll never show up in a box score, but it's huge. Gets you another possession and forces the 4th Windsor Stu Strauss turnover.
That's the kind of thing that makes your mama proud out there. Aiden McManaway bounces it high post to Radel. Now flips it back to McManaway, who moves to the left wing. He's looking inside. Nothing develops, so they go top the key to Caden Davis. 3 rattled out. No good.
He was looking for something that would show up in the box score there.
Rebound, Jackson Gergel. His outlet pass, again knocked out of bounds by Caden Davis, this time on the left side. And he checks with the fans in the front row of the black seats. Everybody says they're okay. So Aiden McManaway is going to head to the bench. And is it Eli Miller that came in for him?
He did.
1:44 to play in the second quarter. 33-11. Altamont with the lead. High post, they go to Colton Bridges. Bridges to Gergel. Around his man. Drives in on the right side. Flips the shot up. And it falls for Jackson Gergel.
Got that one to roll over the front of the rim and in. Gracie went to the basket from the right wing there.
He has 7 points, all of them in this quarter. Eli Miller with 1-2-3 showing on the second quarter clock. Flips it to Davis. Davis tried to go inside to Radel. Not sure that Radel was ready for it. The pass might have been a little off target. Altamont with their second turnover of the quarter.
Just their second of the quarter. They had 4 in the first quarter. Inverse of that for Windsor Stew Straws. Both teams sitting at 6 right now.
So Aiden Sayers is back into the ball game as Nathaniel Gracie will have a seat. As Manhart takes the inbounds pass, got it back to Gergel, and Gergel got his feet inbounds just in time as he took the pass back.
Yeah, Manhart's been sitting with his 2 fouls for a while, but they can see if they can coax some points out of him on this trip.
Minute 5 and counting as Gergel has it left wing, picked up by Eli Miller, fires it across to Manhart, shook free from Davis, rises on a toss jumper, and Connor Manhart has his first 2 points, making it 33-15 as he knocked down the wing 2. 50 seconds on the clock as Eli Miller brings it up court. To the top of the key, bounces at high post to Caden Miller. Backdoor cut to Alex Yarhouse.
Great pass.
And Yarhouse lays it up and in on the right side. His first 2 points makes it 35-15.
Just a fantastic thread-the-needle pass, man.
Of course, Jackson Gergel. Oh, a nifty move from the top of the key to the left side of the lane. He just explodes to the hoop, and Gergel sticks it up and in. Altamont pushes it up court quickly. They got it to Yarhouse, out to Davis on the wing. His pass batted down by Gergel, who gets the steal, spins for the layup. Shot no good as Miller got back there to contest it. That was Eli. And then Caden Miller grabbed the rebound. And with 13.9 seconds on the clock, Altamont takes the timeout. 35-17 the score. We'll be back in 60 seconds on Classic Hits, 97.9 XFM.
Person-to-person money transfer. Easy, the way it should be. Learn more at crossroadsbank.com. Crossroads Bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC. Since 1937, Geckner Brothers has been proud to support local and area teams, and that continues with this year's NTC tournament. Best of success area teams from the family at Geckner Brothers. Thanks for watching the NTC tournament, provided by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
Altamont will face some full court pressure with 13.9 seconds on the clock after they took the timeout, leading 35-17 to set up this last play. Aiden McManaway inbounded it to Cade Melville. He crosses the timeline with 8 seconds, goes to the left side, and now looks for some help. Bounces it out top to Caden Miller. Back to Cade Melville. Launches a wing 3. It's off the rim. No good as the first half comes to a close. Altamont leads this one 35-17 as the teams head into the locker room for halftime of the middle game of 3 tonight here at the 88th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament. It's Altamont 35, Windsor Stew Straws 17, as we'll come back with the halftime show on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
Compass Advisory Group is here to guide you in the right direction for all of your investment and insurance needs. Contact Kurt Strohmeyer or Corey McDaniel at 217-347-9697.
Washington Savings Bank is here for you through every stage of life. We make banking easy and convenient.
Heartland Human Services is proud to sponsor the NTC tournament. Your physical and mental health are similar. Take care of both for a happy, healthy life. If you've got a passion for helping others, apply today at heartlandhs.org. Video and audio streaming of the 2024 National Trail Conference Tournament is proudly presented by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
For over 30 years, SPS has been providing care to the surrounding area. Specializing in around-the-clock and hourly care, we focus on in-home and nursing home care. If you need help with your loved ones, call Mitchell or Sherry today at 2.
This is the Compass Advisory Group Halftime Show. For all of your insurance needs, contact Corey McDaniel at 347-9697.
35-17, the halftime score as the Altamont Indians lead the Windsor Sioux Straws Hatchets here at the 88th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament, and the second of 3 tonight due to the weather situation yesterday. The opening game got pushed back to 5 o'clock tonight, and it was a good one. Cowden Herrick Beecher City held on against Neoga. Final score there, 53-49. So tomorrow night at 6:15, it'll be Cowden Herrick Beecher City taking on St. Anthony. Meanwhile, the late game tomorrow night will be St. Elmo Brownstown and North Clay. Yes, those games were originally scheduled to be on Wednesday, but because of the weather, they flipped those two, or they were supposed to be tonight. They flipped those to Wednesday because of the weather situation, and that allows, in this case, CHVC to have a day to come back to play St. Anthony. Meanwhile, the Wednesday games at 6:15 and the nightcap were moved to tonight, and that's why we have Altamont leading Windsor Sioux Straws 35-17 here at the half, and Dietrich and South Central yet to come in another quarterfinal matchup of the 88th Annual NTC Tournament. Altamont led this game throughout, built up a lead as many as 22. They lead now 35-17 at the half, as Altamont had quarters of 17 and 18 for their total of 35. Windsor Sioux Straws had quarters of 4 and 13 for their total of 17 here at the half. Dustin's been working on the numbers, and he has them ready for us.
All right, Matt. Altamont shot 44.4% in that first half, 12 out of 27 from the field. Indians 7 of 9, 77.7% on their free throws, and they hit 4 out of 10 three-pointers and even 40% there. By contrast, they limit Windsor Sioux Straws to 26% shooting, 6 of 23. Hatchets were just 1 of 11 in the first quarter. Did improve that with a 5 for 12 second period. Windsor Sioux Straws 4 out of 8 at the free throw line. That's an even 50%, of course. And just 1 for 6, 16.7% from three-point range. Turnovers pretty well even. Altamont committed 7 in the first half, while Windsor Sioux Straws had 6. The rebounds weren't even close to even, and sometimes I see numbers that make me question myself a little bit, but I don't know. Watching that game, I think I probably have to pretty much believe in myself. Altamont with a 24-8 edge on the glass, as they had several offensive boards and some big individual performances. We can get to those also. I've got the individual numbers ready to go, so why don't we do it? 9 points for Jackson Gergel leads the way for Windsor Sioux Straws. He was 3 for 7 from the field, 2 out of 2 at the free throw line. Nathaniel Gracie scored 4 points. He was 1 for 3 from the field, just 2 of 6 on his free throws. Connor Manhart, leading scorer for this Windsor Sioux Straws team, but just 2 points first half, 1 out of 5 from the field. He was 0 for 4 from three-point range. Aiden Sayers also 2 points. He went 1 for 4 in that first half of play. Brody Hendrickson and Rylan Rinker each 0 for 2 from the field, while Colton Bridges and Blaze Burdine, they played in the first half, but neither one attempted a shot. So Hatchet's going 8 deep, but got most of their points from Jackson Gergel in the first half of play. As far as Altamont goes, Caden Miller led the way with 11 points, 5 of 10 from the field, 1 out of 1 at the free throw line. He also had 5 rebounds, including 4 on the offensive glass. Then 6 apiece for Eli Miller and Dylan Elam. Miller 2 of 4 from the field. Of course, both of his makes were three-pointers. He was 2 for 3 beyond the arc. He had 4 rebounds and an assist. And then Elam, 6 points. He was 2 for 4 from the field, including 1 for 3 on his threes. Had a 1 for 2 trip to the free throw line and grabbed 2 boards with 2 assists. Cade Melville, he's 0 for 3 from the field, but 3 out of 4 at the free throw line. For his 3 points, he leads all players with 7 rebounds and 1 assist. Then he had 5 points for Aiden McManaway, 1 for 3 from the field, 2 out of 2 at the free throw line. His make was a three-pointer. The 5 points and 2 rebounds for McManaway to go with an assist and a blocked shot. I should have mentioned that Cade Miller also blocked a couple shots in that first half. Alec Yarhouse and Caden Davis, 2 points apiece. Yarhouse is 1 for 1 from the field. Davis was 1 for 2 from the field. And then also had Ben Radel play in the first half for Altamont. He did not attempt a shot. So Altamont also going 8 deep in that first half. but their quarters of 17 and 18 gave them 35, while Windsor Stewardson quarters of 4 and 13 gave them 17. It's an 18-point lead for the Indians at halftime here, Matt. Caleb Moody over there, man, in the camera, has just passed along another important statistic for us here at halftime.
Yeah, 250 views on our live stream on our YouTube channel, so congratulations to those guys for getting that up and running. And I'm sure that as the week goes on, you can enjoy broadcasts from there if you can't be here in person in Altamont at the 88th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament. But however you take in the tournament, whether it be the live stream here on the air on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM or in person, we sure hope you enjoy being a part of the 88th Annual NTC Tournament.
Listen, that 97.9 radio, that signal gets all the way here to Altamont, so bring along a little radio, even if you do come along to see the games here in person.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with the second half of action of the second of three tonight, where Altamont leads Windsor Stewardson 35-17 at the NTC Tournament on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
Thanks for watching the NTC Tournament, provided by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3. Diedrich Bank is proud to sponsor the NTC Tournament. Diedrich Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Color Drive in Effingham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams in the tournament.
Washington Savings Bank is here for you through every stage of life. We make banking easy and convenient.
Heartland Human Services is proud to sponsor the NTC Tournament. Your physical and mental health are similar. Take care of both for a happy, healthy life. If you've got a passion for helping others, apply today at heartlandhs.org.
The Altamont Pep Band entertaining the crowd here at the half as it comes to a close. It's Altamont 35 and Windsor Stewardson 17. Still to come tonight, Dietrich and South Central. A matchup of a couple of longtime rivals that were together in the Midland Trail Conference at one point in time, and then they both came to the NTC, both great additions to this great 1A conference.
Yeah, the Midland Trail Conference's loss was definitely the NTC's gain, as they have got us back up to 9 teams along with North Clay. And it continues to be a great tournament here. Some of the faces have changed, but the basketball stays good as we start our second half.
And it's Altamont ball as they're shuffling it around the perimeters. Looks like starters are on the court for both teams, and that includes Dylan Elam, who spins into the lane, leaves it with McManaway on the right wing. Now back out to Elam. He calls for a screen coming out top from Caden Miller. Gets it. Now launches the top of the key three that's in and out. Rebound in the middle of the lane, loose. Aiden McManaway goes to battle 3 hatchets and forces the jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Windsor Stewardson.
Pretty good work, though, to tie it up when you're amongst the green timber there.
So Altamont showing a little full court pressure. Inbounds to Sayers to Connor Manhart. He blasted up court, but Altamont had Caden Miller back there protecting the rim. Goes out to Gracie, who tries to get it to Girdle, and there's McManaway knocking another pass away.
I mean, we've seen that a lot happen. It's not necessarily resulted in a huge number of turnovers, but Altamont's gotten their hand in the passing lane, just made it difficult for the Hatchets to do what they want to do.
Now it's difficult for them to get it in bounds as they have to lob it out top, and Hendrickson had it knocked away, but he's able to control it. Gets it to Gracie, now to Manhart. They swing it back to Gracie in the right corner. Gracie to Sayers. He cuts down the lane, but got stripped of the ball by Melville. He picks it up, blasts it up the right side, gets a little screen from Caden Miller, and Cade Melville goes and lays it up and in.
He's got 5 to go with his 7 rebounds, just having a nice all-around game.
As now Sayers gets into the paint, lost the handle. Apparently it was knocked away by Altamont. and it'll belong to the Hatchets down in the corner.
And it's just another case of Altamont's aggressive defense causing Windsor Stewardson problems just to do, the very basic things in their offense.
Altamont can go 7-8 deep pretty easily, so they can afford some aggressiveness, too, in that manner. As the Hatchets swing the inbounds around the perimeter. They have it with Gracie. He looks underneath for a backdoor cutting Gurgle, and that pass is knocked away by Eli Miller, who came down to help.
Yeah, Miller seeing what was happening there. Started out on that play. He was up around the free throw line, but as he saw the play materializing, drop-stepped a couple times and was able to get a fingertip on it.
Inbound goes to Gracie. He bangs his way into the lane, spins, puts up a tough shot, and Nathaniel Gracie got that to go.
That's just good old-fashioned post play right there. The spin move across the lane, but able to still finesse that jumper in.
Melville gets the screen, drives into the lane, leaves it in the corner with Eli Miller. He buries another corner three. He had a pair of them early in the first quarter and has his first bucket since then.
Yeah, not a guy you want to leave open.
Now Manhart, step back three. Boy, what a tough shot. He buried it over on the wing.
Oh, makes a three-pointer early in the second half, and that's more points than he scored in the entire first half.
Connor Manhart has 5 as Kate Melville walks it up court for Altamont, leaves it high post with Miller. That's Caden Miller over on the right wing to Melville. Melville holds, puts it on the floor, bounces it top of the key. Eli Miller, he'll fire another three. It rattles off, no good. But Dylan Elam, an offensive rebound. His putback is missed inside. Now Manhart grabs the rebound in between a couple of big Indians, and one of them commits a foul.
Yeah, Caden Miller picks that one up, his second. He did kind of come across the body a little bit there on his way to that basketball, but again, you can hardly fault the aggressive nature and the nose for the basketball that the Indians have had in this game.
40-22, Altamont leads. Windsor Stewardson inbounds the ball, and they get it back to Gracie, who's uncontested, so he'll bring it up court. Flips it on the side to Connor Manhart. Dangerous pass, but it made it. He hands it off to Gurgle. Gurgle around a little Manhart screen. Gets a runner in the lane, and it's good. Jackson Gurgle has 11 now in the ball game, and it's 40-24. Altamont Elam spins into the lane. It looks like he might have stumbled a little bit, but he kept it under control somehow.
I would have
got it to Caden Miller, and Caden drives the left side and lays it up and in. So he has 13 now in the ball game, and it's 42-24 in favor of Altamont. Bounce pass across the lane, knocked away by Aiden McManaway. He dives along the sideline to try to save it, but can't get there in time. But again, another touch and a disruption from McManaway.
And well out beyond the arc. You're talking 5-6 feet beyond the wing there, and still you can't make a pass from the top over to the wing without an Altamont player getting a hand on it. Windsor Stewardson just hasn't been able to have any offensive rhythm because of that.
Gurgle brings it to the left side, all the way down to the corner. McManaway's right there with him. He spun to the wing, now back to the left baseline, put up a shot, it's no good. Altamont just can't hang on to the rebound, and it's off their fingertips out of bounds.
Pretty good defense by McManaway there, though, forcing Gurgle into a pretty difficult shot. Guys in the green jerseys do get to keep it.
Gurgle's directing traffic as he now gets the ball and inbounds it to Gracie on the right wing. Gracie looks things over. Still holds, now gets in the corner to Manhart, turns and fires up a three. It's off the mark. Rebound, Caden Miller. Ahead to Melville. Melville sees the defender at the last second coming from behind. Got it to Eli Miller. Now to Dylan Elam. In the lane, they go to Caden Miller. Little jump hook, it's up and in. So Justin mentioned that Caden Miller hadn't had the typical night that he has, and as soon as he said it, here he came.
He heard me.
Gurgle brings it up the right side. Dribble got high. He recovers, but there's McManaway right there with you. He somehow got it away to Gracie. Now out top to Hendrickson, top of the key at the center circle. He works it to Gurgle. Gurgle made a catch, drove around a man, laid it up and in. Jackson Gurgle with 13 now, and it's 44-26.
Defense over pursued a little bit, and Gurgle able to find some room to the basket, but still a tough shot.
McManaway top of the key, got it to Eli Miller, back to McManaway. Now he brings it from the right side of the top of the key and backs it out to the center circle. Goes to Eli Miller. Gets a little running screen, drives down the left side, and he lost it on the way up with the left hand, and it just goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I still think he shot it. I think it just sort of slipped out of his hands as he went on the way up there, and it went straight up out of the hand and out of bounds.
So Aiden McManaway gets a well-deserved breather as Caden Davis comes in to replace him. Yeah, so I guess it's a shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it a missed shot rather than a turnover. I think Eli would rather have the missed shot than the turnover on his record.
So it's 44-26 as the Hatchets bring it up court. Nathaniel Gracie with it on the right wing. Gets it to the top of the key and finds Manhart on the left side. Loads up a three. It's no good. Caden Miller the rebound. Outlet pass. Connor Manhart got back and picked it off. So Altamont with their first turnover of the third quarter. Windsor Sioux Straws looks ahead for Rinker. Rinker in the corner. Circles it back to Gracie. Now to Manhart. Fires up a three. It's no good. Rebound. Altamont. Caden Miller saves it to Cade Melville. Baseball pass to Eli Miller. Way up good as the ball never touched the floor.
Pretty cool.
Eli Miller with 11 pushes the lead for Altamont back to 20. 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. They swing it around to Nathaniel Gracie left side. He gets the top of the key, Gurgle. Gurgle with Eli Miller on him now. Drives the left side, lost the handle, thought there was maybe contact and a foul. Looks to Coach Smith, and Coach Smith says, relax, it's a turnover, but don't get into any more trouble here.
Well, something I could see from up here that maybe wasn't visible on the court was that Eli Miller had his hand in the collar of Gurgle's shirt and had a hold of it for a second there. But again, we're above the action a little bit, and that's what Gurgle is telling his coach. Like, man, he was grabbing a hold of my shirt there, but it didn't go their way.
2:40 on the clock at the high post. Miller catches, got it back to Elam. Elam tried to get it back to Cade Miller in the lane. Pass batted away. Gurgle comes away with it, drives up court, puts up a runner, and it's good. Jackson Gurgle has 15 points, and all of them have been hard-earned tonight.
Yeah, I mean, especially in this third quarter, he's made 3 buckets, and they have all been kind of just crashing in there, absorbing a little contact and getting it to go in the mid-range.
Alec Yarhouse into the Indian lineup at the last dead ball. He has it now left side, works at the Melville on the wing. There's the cutter inside. It's Dylan Elam. Shot up and good as he fouled. Elam showed off the strength to connect and still earn an opportunity at the line.
Yeah, I mean, Dylan going to the rim there, the contact kind of forces him back, his momentum away from the rim a little bit, but has the strength while in midair to sort of redirect himself, put a little more on that shot, get it to go. The foul goes against Jackson Gurgle, his first, and it's an opportunity for Elam to complete the three-point play and get himself maybe up to 9 points.
McManaway returns for Altamont, and so does Ben Radel. Now Sayers comes back in for the Hatchets. He replaces Manhart. Altamont set down Cade Melville and Caden Miller. So Altamont's running with Yarhouse, Davis, Elam, McManaway, and Radel. Free throw was missed by Elam, but the rebound to Aiden McManaway. They rifle a pass in the corner to Caden Davis, and it just slips by him out of bounds.
Yeah, that's Altamont's third turnover, but you can hardly fault it. Good job by McManaway to get on the offensive glass, something that Altamont has done way better than Windsor Sioux Straws tonight. But again, in the hurry to make that extra pass, just got away from him.
So Sayers drives the left baseline, got bumped, and a foul on the floor whistled against the Indians.
And Caden Davis agreeing with the official who called it, saying, yep, I had a little too much there, but that's only his first and 2 team fouls for Altamont.
So with a minute 53 on the clock, 48-28 the score here in the third quarter. The Hatchets try to inbound the pass, and McManaway knocks it away again.
Let me tell you something. Windsor Sioux Straws has 2 turnovers in this quarter, 8 in the game. It just feels like they should have so many more because of how many hands Altamont's been able to get on those passes.
Gracie catches the inbounds in the right corner, stumbled on his way to the hoop, but still got the shot up and in.
You know, Gracie's shown some pretty good body control on a couple of moves in the lane there.
Now McManaway gets a step on his defender, drives into the basket, and got fouled as there was contact between he and Bridges, and McManaway is going to the free throw line for a couple.
Yeah, McManaway attacking the basket, and Bridges comes flying in. A little bit of mid-air contact. It looks like, yeah, they just sort of collided. A couple of pretty solid kids going at it there.
Manaway's free throw hits the front of the rim, the backboard, and drops through. He has 6 in the ball game, making it 49-30. Eli Miller checks in, replacing Dylan Elam for Altamont. Boy, a big crowd here tonight in the first night of the NTC tournament. We've got a big crowd watching online as well, and we've hopefully got a big crowd listening. That free throw is up and no good, but Altamont another offensive rebound. Ben Radel grabbed the board, kicked it out top to Alec Yarhouse, who is open at the top of the key, and he buried the 3. Altamont leads again by 22 with a minute 25 to play in the third quarter. That matches their largest lead of the contest as Gracie gets it to Bridges at the free throw line. Bridges spins and goes back to Gergel. Gergel from the top of the key goes to the left side. Shakes free from McManaway for a second. Launches the three. It's no good. Rebound on the weak side to Davis. To Miller. Miller, baseball pass ahead to McManaway. Shot is good as he's fouled. McManaway will head back to the charity stripe after he got fouled on the shot underneath.
If you take out the loose ball rebounds that have gone out of bounds and Windsor Stewardson has gotten them, they've got 7 in this game. Those 8 in this game. They're just, Altamont is just owning the glass.
And they own the scoreboard, up 54-30 with 1:04 to play in the third quarter as McManaway's free throw rattles around and drops. So he converts the three-point play. He has 9, and Altamont pushes the lead to 25. Manhart bounces it to Sayers. That pass was right at Sayers' feet. It bounced up, crawled up his arms, and out of bounds along the sideline for the Hatchet's third turnover of the third quarter.
Hendrickson gets back in the game for Shane Smith's Windsor Stewardson club. He'll give Colton Bridges a rest. 56.7 seconds in this third quarter.
Radel flips the inbounds to McManaway, who will walk it towards the center circle. He crosses the half-court line and takes it to the right wing and hands it to Davis. Davis to Eli Miller. Eli's the only Miller out there right now for Altamont. He hands it to McManaway. He curls towards the lane, rises on a 12-footer, and it's good. McManaway in double figures with 11. Hatchets push it up court. McManaway gets his hands on another pass. It slips through him and goes out of bounds, but it's off of Altamont, and McManaway again disruptive.
I don't keep track of tip passes, but probably somebody on the Altamont bench might be. As you see again, cutting off the passing lane was Caden Davis, but his momentum carries him out of bounds on an inbound. If they're keeping track of it, it's an astronomical number. It's well over 20 at this point.
That's one of the big stats that Altamont does keep. But now there's a nifty little inbounds play from the sideline. The Hatchet top Connor Manhart open under the basket, and he lays it up and in.
Jackson Gergel with the pass there.
Altamont runs it up court. Eli Miller put up a 2. It banks off the rim. No good. Rebound Manhart ahead to Gergel. 10 seconds on the clock. He backs out towards the timeline. Calls for a screen from Hendrickson. Goes the opposite way. Now flips it back to Brody. The big man launches a 3 that banks in ahead of the buzzer as we end the third period of action. Brody Hendrickson gets in the scoring column with 3 points, but it's Altamont 57 and Windsor Stewardson 35. You're listening to the NTC Tournament on Classic Hits 97.9 XFM.
Come see all the new and exciting Chevrolet and Toyota vehicles here at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham, or shop and buy 24/7 at danheck.com.
Person-to-person money transfer. Easy, the way it should be. Learn more at crossroadsbank.com. Crossroads Bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Tom Henderson State Farm Insurance helps people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and help you realize your dreams. Contact Tom Henderson today.
Video and audio streaming of the 2024 National Trail Conference Tournament is proudly presented by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
Altamont student section getting into it here as the fourth quarter gets underway. Altamont ball to start. They lead 57-35. We'll get to Dustin's third quarter stats as we can as the inbound goes to Aiden McManaway. McManaway for Altamont with the starting 5 on the court for the Indians. Looks like it's the starters for Windsor Stewardson as well. Melville comes to get it. He's at the top of the key, used up his dribble, now flips it to Eli Miller. He'll drive the right side. Nice pass inside to Caden Miller. He raises up and finishes on the left side. He has 17, and Altamont's up 59-35.
Well, and I've got 5 different Altamont players with multiple assists in this game, too.
There's a backdoor cut to Sayers. He ran into Elam on the block, but Sayers kept under control, put the shot up and in. So he has his 4th point, and it's 59-37. Now Altamont blasts it up court. Cade Melville gets in the lane, leaves at top of the key with Miller. Caden Miller drives on the right side, shot up no good, and rebound to the Hatchets. I believe Hendrickson snagged it. He landed it off to Gracie, and Gracie brought it up court with a minute gone in the fourth quarter. And we've got another one coming up, Dietrich and South Central. The final game of 3 today. Windsor Sioux Straws around the perimeter. They get it baseline to Sayers again, but he got too far underneath. Rebound to Miller, but Miller's outlet pass is ticked off. Windsor Sioux Straws goes to Gracie in the lane. He got bumped and fouled, and Gracie goes to the line for a couple.
Caden Miller going to pick that one up. That's 3 for him. He is sitting at 17 points. He's got 9 rebounds. And really, again, first quarter he didn't put up many of those statistics.
He had 2 points and maybe a rebound. Yeah. But he grabbed a rebound there, but his outlet pass to Eli Miller was picked off. The Windsor Sioux Straws is able to try to take advantage at the free throw line as they're taking a little extra time to mop up the perspiration on the court. So now Gracie has his opportunity. Nathaniel, the 6'3 senior, puts a couple of dribbles down and the free throw up, and it's good. So he has 9 now in the ball game, making it 59-38. Hatchett's trailing Altamont here in this quarterfinal game of the NPC tournament. This free throw rattles out, no good, and there's your double-double for Caden Miller as he grabs the rebound. 6:40 to play in the fourth quarter as Dylan Elam gets it up court to McManaway, now to Eli Miller, back out top, Caden Miller to Melville. Right side, they go to McManaway in the corner. McManaway flips it out top to Elam. He holds from between the rings and now goes to Miller. They go to Melville, left corner. Melville hounded by Gracie, but he gets it out top to Caden Miller. Now to Aiden McManaway, who directs some traffic, and everybody's trying to sort out who's supposed to be where against the Hatchets man-to-man. Eli Miller holds on the right side, looks in, nothing there. They find Caden Miller, top of the key. He's open for 3. It's no good. Elam, though, grabbed the offensive rebound, squirms, puts up a shot, and got it to go. So Dylan Elam with 10 is the 4th Altamont player in double figures. Quickly up court of the Hatchets. They got it down in the corner to Sayers. Now to Gergel. 3 on the way from the wing, no good. And Altamont secures another rebound.
Melville's up to 8 now. He got that one.
He has it out top. Sends it over to Elam. Now they work it on the right side to McManaway. To Miller. Eli now flips it to Elam left side. He'll load up a wing 3, and he buries it. Dylan Elam with 13 makes it 64-38. Altamont's largest lead of the contest. 5:25 to play in the fourth quarter as Gergel plays catch with Manhart. Manhart tries to go back to Gergel. Guess what? McManaway got his hand on it, and Caden Miller's there to pick up the loose ball. First Hatchet's turnover as they get it to Dylan Elam to McManaway. Drives the baseline, sweeps under the board for the reverse layup, and Aiden McManaway has 13, and it's now 66-38 with 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. And McManaway gets his hands on another ball, picked up by Caden Miller. He drives for the dunk. It got pinned on the rim. Cade Melville grabs the rebound. Reverse layup, no good. Got the rebound again, and this time he's fouled. We'll see if it was on the board or on the shot.
Well, at any rate, a couple of offensive rebounds means that Cade Melville up to double digits on his rebounds, so he joins Caden Miller in there. Yeah, Caden trying to throw down, but kind of pinned that one up against the corner of the rim and the backboard there. Didn't quite have the hops for it. Maybe in the first quarter he might have been able to get up for that one, but he's been playing hard all night.
So Dylan Elam, Caden Miller, and Eli Miller all head to the Altamont bench. Windsor Sioux Straws made a substitution as well. We'll try to catch that as Ben Radel into the ball game, makes the catch, gets the top of the key to Davis, now to Melville. Cade loads up a wing 3, it's no good. Aiden McManaway, an offensive rebound, kicks it out top, and Davis has it. McManaway gets it back in the corner, fakes the 3, was going to go baseline. Gergel, though, knocked it away from him, and it'll belong to Altamont down in the corner.
I don't know what the final total is going to be, but I'm not saying this to be harsh on Windsor Sioux Straws, but I don't know if I've ever seen a rebounding edge this one-sided in a high school game before.
It's been something to note. Altamont triggers the inbound to Melville. He gets into the lane, leaves it back to McManaway, now to Yarhouse. He's on the left side. Alex makes a nice pass to the cutter in the lane. That's Cade Melville, and he'll stick it up and in. He has 7, and the lead is now 30 for Altamont, 68-38. And that should put us under a running clock for the remainder of the ball game. Gergel across the timeline, gets it to Bridges. Bridges back to Gergel. They go baseline to Rylan Rinker. His shot inside is no good, and a foul is whistled. Altamont continues to unload their bench. Number 40, Tyler Ruffner into the ball game. Also, Zach Meyer checking in for Altamont as they replace Melville and McManaway. Meyer, a 6'1 junior. Ruffner, a 6'2 junior. They're running with Yarhouse, Davis, and Radel.
Blaze Verdine going to get in there for Windsor Stew as well as Jackson Gurgle comes out of the game. Kind of looking at his right hand a little bit as he took a seat on the bench there.
Trainer is coming over to take a look at him, too. 3:30 on the clock as the inbounds is triggered to Verdine. He catches, moves to the free throw line, spins, gets it back to Gracie in the corner. He'll drive into the lane, force up a shot in a crowd. It's no good, but Gracie is fouled, and he'll head to the line with 3:15 and running here in this fourth quarter.
Ben Radel's third foul. Ben hasn't put up any shots tonight, but he has grabbed a couple of rebounds, dished out a couple of assists. Every Altamont player who had been in before Ruffner and Meyer checked in had recorded at least one assist in this ball game.
Free throw on the way is good as Gracie connects. He's in double figures with 10 now. And we have a substitution for the Hatchets as Seth Rinker gets in, sophomore wearing number 14. Meanwhile, Gracie's second free throw is good. That'll allow another substitution. And Brody Bibles comes in, a 6'5 freshman. So the Hatchets have emptied their bench. 2:30 on the clock as Yarhouse raised his man, gets into the lane, wanted to leave it in the corner, but Zach Meyer had cut towards the wing, and the miscommunication leads to an Altamont turnover.
I had to do double check on Brody Bibles' measurements. A 6'5 freshman. That's not a bad thing to have waiting in the wings for you.
Rinker crosses the timeline to Rinker. That's Ryland who has it now. He got it from Seth. They work it over to Verdine. Verdine now on the wing to Seth Rinker. He rises on a 15-footer after he should loose from a defender. And Rinker has his first National Trail Conference tournament point. 68-42, under 2 minutes to play as Altamont has it with Yarhouse. He leaves it with Radel. He's moved to the center circle. He directs some traffic. And Radel says, I'm not really a guard. Someone come get this. He leaves it with Yarhouse, drives in the lane, draws four defenders, sends it out in the corner to Davis, and Caden Davis buries the corner three. He has 5, and Altamont leads 71-42. Coach Nieberg digging deeper into the bench at the next dead ball. Ryland Rinker drives the baseline, puts up a shot. It's blocked in there by Radel. Rebound Ruffner, but he had it taken away by Bridges. His shot no good, but Ryland Rinker grabs the weak side rebound and lays it up and in. So with 1:20 on the clock, Yarhouse around his man, now gets it out top to Radel. Radel swings it around the perimeter. They've got it with Davis in the left corner. Davis drives, gets into the lane, puts up a shot. It's blocked from behind, but it goes to Yarhouse on the wing. He looks in the paint for Ruffner, turns, puts the shot up. It bounces off the rim, no good. Radel underneath grabs the rebound and got fouled with under a minute to play on the clock, and it continues to roll. Altamont, number 11, Alex Walker comes into the ball game, replacing Caden Davis. So with 40 seconds left, Altamont will trigger the inbounds from under the basket. They lead 71-44. Get it out top to Yarhouse off the inbound play is 3. Rattles out, no good. Rebound, Brody Bible handed it off as Verdine brings it up court. Leaves it with Seth Rinker on the left side. Goes to Bridges. He's over on the left wing trying to get to the baseline, cut off by Ruffner. Sends it out to Bible. He glances off of him, but it's picked up by Verdine in the center circle. He crosses over, makes a nice move, gets a runner up in the lane. Oh, it rolls off, no good. Rebound, Alec Yarhouse. And with 7 seconds left, a whistle and a foul on Bridges. And that's pretty much going to do it. Time will run out as Altamont picks up the victory, 71-44 in this quarterfinal matchup of the NTC tournament. So Altamont moves into the semifinals. That game will be on Friday night, and they await the winner of our next contest between Dietrich and South Central. We'll come back with the post-game show as we wrap up this one as Altamont picks up the 71-44 victory here on Classic Hit 97.9 XFM.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a vehicle that works for you. Check out Northside Ford's selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
Person-to-person money transfer. Easy, the way it should be. Learn more at crossroadsbank.com. Crossroads Bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Compass Advisory Group is here to guide you in the right direction for all of your investment and insurance needs. Contact Kurt Strohmeyer or Corey McDaniel at 217-347-9697.
Video and audio streaming of the 2024 National Trail Conference Tournament is proudly presented by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
Hi, this is Kathy from Barlow Lock and Security. Secure your home or business with a customized system from us. Good luck, area teams in the tournament.
Video and audio streaming of the 2024 National Trail Conference Tournament is proudly presented by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.
Game Show. Farm Credit Illinois, assisting farmers for over 100 years.
We welcome you back to Altamont as we look on the court and see the Dietrich Moving Maroons take the floor as they are getting set to battle South Central in the third of three tonight here in the opening night of the 88th Annual National Trail Conference Tournament as Altamont picks up the victory over Windsor Sioux Straws in Game 2. Final score 71-44. Altamont with quarters of 17, 18, 18, and 14 for their total of 71. Windsor Sioux Straws with quarters of 4, 13, 18, and 9 for their total of 44. Altamont put several players in double figures in scoring as they had a very balanced attack throughout much of the game. The 7 of their 8 main players all scored in this one. Windsor Sioux Straws also put a good effort onto the court, but Altamont just was dominant in almost every factor in this ball game as they come away with the 71-44 victory. Earlier tonight, it was CHBC over Neoga by a score of 53-49. Dustin's been working on the team stats. Let's send it over to him for those numbers.
All right, thank you very much, Matt. Altamont wins this game shooting just a touch over 49%, 27 for 55 from the field were the Indians, 9 out of 13, 69.2% on their free throws, and they hit 8 of 19 three-pointers, 42% there. Windsor Sioux Straws, 17 of 44 from the field, 38.6%. They hit 7 of 12 free throws, that's 58.3%. And the Hatchets, 3 of 13 from beyond the arc, 23% there. Turnovers, Altamont 13 to Windsor Sioux Straws is 11, but the rebounds were almost a 3-to-1 edge for the Indians. Altamont with 41 rebounds to Windsor Sioux Straws is 15. 41 rebounds for Altamont to 15 for Windsor Sioux Straws. So a dominating performance on the glass for the Indians, and they come away with the victory here tonight, Matt.
Thank you for those team numbers, Dustin. We'll get back to you for the individual numbers after we take a break. We might have a chat with a coach or two as well as we are in between games here at the 88th Annual NCC Tournament as Altamont picks up the win in Game 2, 71-44. We'll be back in 90 seconds on Classic Hits, 97.9 XFM.
Since 1937, Geckner Brothers has been proud to support local and area teams, and that continues with this year's NTC tournament. Best of success area teams from the family at Geckner Brothers. Thanks for watching the NTC tournament, provided by Premier Broadcasting, 97.9 XFM and KJ Country 102.3.